Hi, Dr. Erickson. This is Michelle of Jazz Social Media, and this is the internet marketing plan I put together for you. I usually charge for this as it does take many hours to make and to do the research for, but I do it free for people who are referred to me by good clients. And also, since Steve asked me specifically, please help John, I consider it service as well as business. The goal of an internet marketing plan, and we talked about this, is to bring in new clients, create a positive online presence and maintain it. And that means just that people can find you easily, what they see is good, and it stays that way. Have effective communication with the public. With this one, that would be blogging, posts on the social networks, and any other way you want to communicate, maybe podcasts, video, graphic ads, anything you want to do. And of course, the goal is to stay within budget and get positive returns. You don't want to spend a lot of money if you're not getting anything back. You've probably heard the promise, I'll get you on the first page of Google. It's just a silly promise. Getting on the first page of Google is an ongoing and daily task. It changes daily. You might be on the first page one day and on the 10th page the next one. Maybe not that dramatic, but it does change. And Google is personalized. What you see when you search is not what other people see. Google remembers you, where you are, what you looked for before, and therefore it makes suggestions that are specific to you. It takes special tools, not just a Google search, to see if your SEO, your search engine optimization, is working. Like Google Analytics and Google Webmaster Tools. And I say maybe a telephone ringing in your office, that'll tell you that it's working. Let's look at your website first to see what the public sees, and let's take into account that the site is live now. Scheduling. Scheduling should just be an easy one click away. I liked this form that you had on the previous website. And this should be here for first-time patients at least. It's a good form. It should be the go-to for all the buttons that lead a visitor to schedule an appointment. So if they want to schedule an appointment, whether they're a new patient or a returning patient, they should be able to just enter their name, email, add phone as an option, and their message, and hit the schedule a visit now, and then that should be all. Then they should get an email back giving them instructions on what further to do, or you should call them back to schedule. There might be an option where they can say either email or call me, and then send back the forms they need, the information they need, but don't put it all on the website. It's too overwhelming. I went to look at it and just gave up. Again, here it is. Schedule page too complicated for new patients. I was overwhelmed by the amount of info on this page. Streamline the process. Don't include all of the info for website visitors. Use the simple form from the last slide and put it in a sidebar. Make a sidebar that's on your site, and therefore a sidebar will turn up on every single page, just like the footer and the header. Send them the other needed forms step by step, never overwhelming them with too much info. Make the page for new patients just a video that explains the process, no words. And what you will do, what will happen when you receive their information from the quick form they filled out. If you'll notice, it doesn't look like anyone reviewed this website too closely. The title for your website is All Natural Skincare. Separate the scheduling and the contact pages. In the new site, you have contact and scheduling on the same page, and it's way too involved. Keep all pages short and simple with video and pictures. 80% of people who go to the web watch video and don't read a thing. So on the contact us page, just have it very simple. Have your contact info, your email, phone, address, a map, and then have a short contact form where they can just ask you a question. Then have a separate scheduling page. Have on there just a couple of things: a new patient form, a loyal patient form, And then have a question mark or something that a patient can click on to get more info on how to schedule an appointment. But only if they ask for it. Don't put it all there. This keeps the page clean and the process simple. This is a good place to put a video. Your receptionist could make it, and that way your receptionist is introduced to them. They feel like they know her then when they go in. It'll help people. I'd say add an ask an expert page, a page where anyone, patient or not, can fill out a form with their name and email, and then ask a question that someone on your staff will answer in email. Like, do you think I have fibromyalgia, or can you give me information, or whatever, and then you can respond in a doctorly way. Or if it's a question about scheduling or something, someone in your staff can answer it. This helps bring in the shy folks. This way they can feel you out. If they send a question and you answer them the next day and you're right on top of it and you have something to say, then they're going to feel like they can trust you. And you can also, on that page, give them an option to join your email list and your social networks. I didn't say before I had a page, but I took it out. But I don't think that you should use a responsive responsive website layout. That means that as you make the page smaller or bigger, it kind of shifts with you. I think you should have just a straight page. The other stuff confuses people, and have a sidebar that has your information at the top, an email sign up, then the scheduling form, and then under that your social network stuff. And you might even put a what's happening on Twitter with me today stuff in there. Anything you want can go in the sidebar. Okay, here's an email capture form that I think should go on the top of your sidebar. Right now, people can only sign up for your newsletter when they're scheduling an appointment. So put an email sign-up box in the sidebar so it appears on every page. There may be people who want the info but aren't ready to schedule an appointment. You can offer coupons in the emails that go out to them, like, today there's 20% off this or that, or if you're ready to schedule an appointment, here's a coupon. Things that'll encourage them to schedule an appointment. You can also offer booklets on their condition and how you treat it, free. I can help you write these booklets if you don't already have them. You have all the information in your videos and on your pages, so it would be very easy to make a little PDF booklet that you could send them an email. That could be for Ask the Expert page too. If they ask a question about fibromyalgia, you could send them a little booklet. Put your social networks in the sidebar. Put all of your social networks in the sidebar so they appear on every page. So visitors can like your Facebook page with just a click. Have a like button there. They can click on it and they don't even have to go to Facebook, but they've liked your page. Follow you on Twitter easily. Go to your YouTube account and view your videos instantly. You've got a lot of content there. Follow you on Google+. I'd also suggest Pinterest or Instagram. Pinterest probably, because the women are going to be the ones looking for this, I think. But we can look at Google Analytics and see how many men are looking, how many women are looking. Instagram is better for men and Pinterest is better for women. Okay, this is another error I found. Right now, all the social network links you have on your page go to Madwire's pages. None of them are your social networks. Since you said your website was live, this should be fixed immediately. Using Add This. On your site right now, there are no share options for people. So Add This is a simple thing you can put in, and you should put it everywhere. Every page, people should be able to share it. If there's a video, somebody looks up a fibromyalgia video and they think their friend would really like it, they need to be able to just click on one of those Add This buttons and send it to people. It's free advertising. YouTube already uses it, but we need to use it too. Okay, keep the pages simple, listing only the main points, and then have a link for more information. If you have to have a back to top part of your page, then you have way too much wording. Separate things into topics and link to different pages. Put each topic on its own page with the video that you have that accompanies it. This will boost your search statistics and make things cleaner. For instance, if somebody is searching for fibromyalgia, Colorado Springs chiropractor, or whatever on Google, that page specifically will show. If you make sure you have an XML web, what is it called? It's a web map that shows every page, and then when you submit it to Google, you make sure you submit every single page so that if they're searching for fibromyalgia, they'll find a separate page. Whereas if everything is on the same page like this one, then they won't find it. On your bio page, put a few major items and link to your LinkedIn page or other detailed pages for them to see more. It's way too long for anyone to read. It's another good opportunity for a video. Meet Dr. Erickson. That's a great video. Domain names. I must say, hold on, that I'm not satisfied with your domain name. If I was working for you, I would change that right away. I mean, you can still keep it so people who know the domain name will know how to get to you, but the domain name you have, it's not descriptive and it's not easy to remember. So it doesn't really fulfill any of the requirements of a good domain name that will help people find you. There are two kinds of domain names. Names for people to remember that are easy to type in, and names for search engines to find and use. These names should be well-researched keywords and can be long. I use the Google AdWords keyword searcher, and what it does is it shows you what people search for and how often they search for it, and how many other places are using it, so what your competition is. And that way you can pick something that people are searching for all the time, and when they search for that string, if that string is your domain name will get put first because it's the name. Don't get caught trying to make up one domain name that serves both. You'll end up with a name that does not describe your site, is not easy to remember, and contains no keywords for the search engines to use, like MyHawk. As we go on, I just said like MyHawk. This name does not describe your site to new people or search engines. It has no keywords in it. Example names, domains for people, for instance, and I looked up all these on Google and I know that they're available, are mydrerickson.com. You can tell people, you can find my site at mydrerickson.com. You don't even have to spell it. It's not like MyHawk. You can spell it either way, or you can just have drerickson.org. You are an organization. Fibromyalgiasymptoms.co. Co is like Colorado, and if people are looking for something about fibromyalgia symptoms, they'll find you first. Chronicheadaches.co. You can get more than one domain, and I think you should, that have these special keywords in there. And I took these from a keyword search in Google. This is why this thing took me so long to do for you. And these were top hits. Now, example domains for search engines are coloradochiropractor.co, chiropractors, Colorado Springs, chronic fatigue syndrome.tips, fibromyalgiasymptoms.co. These are also part of the domains for people, but these are also keywords for search engines. Chronicheadaches.co, Colorado Health and Wellness.center, or Colorado Health and Wellness Center.co. Now, why you want to spell the whole thing out like you decided to make it HAWC. But if you spell the whole thing out, this is a computer looking, somebody puts in, can you give me the Health and Wellness Center in Colorado? You know, they heard about it. So they type that into Google, and MyHawk is not going to be something they find. But if you have this there, the search engine will find it, even if it's too hard to type in for people or too long. I also found wellincolorado.com, which would be good. And then the small one you find for people, use that one as your name in all of your social networks. So if you're putting it on your business card, you can say website, http://www.mydrerickson.com. Find us on all the social networks at My Dr. Erickson. And then there's nothing that anybody can forget. It's very easy and straightforward. Using subdomains, very, very important. The use of subdomains can be one of the best ways to increase the traffic to your site. You can use any domain name you want without buying it or paying for it. You just add it to your own. You can use any domain name you want, even if it's owned by someone else. This can greatly increase traffic to your site. We can go look at those keywords in Google and use all the top search keywords as subdomains, and we don't even have to buy them. This is an example subdomain. I put in on Google search Colorado Springs Chiropractor to see what comes up, and then we can look at those, and we can't buy those because other people have them. ColoradoSpringsChiropractors.com is what I'm pointing to, but then you can use that and put that as your subdomain. So what we'd have there, according to the domain you have now, is Colorado Springs Chiropractors instead of www.myhawk.com. And that will describe, that will get you right up in the hits just as if you owned that domain. Create these subdomains on your site, each with its own landing page so that it's indexed by Google. If you have the proper hosting, which is not expensive, about $6 a month, you can create an unlimited number of subdomains. Using a blog. Create a blog and keep it updated. Share each post that you blog, each one of your blog posts, on all of the social networks with a link back to the website. Make sure everyone on your email list gets a message when each blog is published. Create a Google blog on Blogspot and just put your blog in both places, on your website and in your Google blog. Google blogs have great returns because they're sponsored by Google. So Google shows those things first. Anything that's Google goes first in results. YouTube and Blogspot are two of them. I noticed you had an old WordPress blog, but it hasn't been updated since 2009. Not as good returns as a Google blog either. Keep blog archives on your site forever to generate great content for search engines. That way, every blog becomes something that is indexed if you make sure your sitemap is given to Google. I don't know if you guys are doing that right now. It's important to find out. I use Google Analytics and Webmaster Tools. You can review the standing of your site. You can find out where your traffic is coming from. You know, was this person sent here from Madwire? Was this person sent here from a Google search? Did this person just type the domain in? You can see who the people are, their ages, gender, and location. You can see how many people in Russia are searching for you. You can see everything. You can see when they land on your site, what page they land on, and then where they go from there. It'll give you a complete flow of the pages they look at. And this way we can tweak the site to make it as effective as possible, to have people not drop off the site, but get to that schedule an appointment form. A note about SEO titles and tags. It's important to localize your SEO as much as possible. Now, in your titles, you have Colorado Springs listed, like Colorado Springs Chiropractor. You can see it up in your browser there, except for that natural skincare one as the name of your site. That's unbelievable. But I don't see the same text on the pages. Google won't take this localization into account unless what you put in the titles and tags is also on the page. Google doesn't like people just listing anything in titles and tags to get people to come visit. You know, you might put in the latest football game name or something that'll get people to come. So unless you put it on your page, it's not going to work. So for an example, Dr. Erickson provides his Colorado Springs clients with blah, 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 instead of Dr. Erickson provides his clients with. Then you match the tag and Google will see you as a Colorado Springs chiropractor. Otherwise, he won't. This will significantly improve your search power. So, a summary about what I see that your website needs. Make your website non-responsive so it doesn't resize automatically. Add a sidebar with your email capture form, patient appointment short form, and your local network icons, not Madwire's. Remove the all natural skincare title. Separate the scheduling and contact pages and add an Ask the Expert page. Reduce the text on all pages. Add links to more detailed info. And divide them up into separate pages. Just have more pages. It's better for search. Streamline the way to schedule an appointment, especially for the first-time patient. Add sharing buttons everywhere. Choose domain names that are keyword rich. Use subdomains liberally. Steve has about 50 of them. Use a blog as a basis for reaching clients on your email list, increasing Google traffic, and posting on social networks. Use localized text on your pages enough to let Google see it, but not so much that it makes your information difficult to read. Remember, I just took a light look at your site. There's much more that should be done. Someone should carefully review the site for errors and more improvements. Two sets of eyes are better than one. Oh goodness, there's my phone. Localized SEO. This is extremely important for companies offering local services. Look up current main local searches for the products and services we provide and make sure they have destinations for these searches. Create and update all listings in local directories like Super Pages, Dexnos, Yellow Pages, Google Places, and City Search. This is called off-site SEO. So you do what you should do on your pages, on your website, and then you go to off-site SEO and make sure you're in all the directories you should be in. Find local listing pages for your industry. There might be, chiropractic listing pages. I saw a few when I looked you up. And make sure you're on them. You can put video on them, pictures, times you're open, offers, all your company info. It's like having another website. Localized SEO, more about that. Want to get clients to rate the service and write good reviews on the local directories. Add a review me button to your menu and then have that go to a site like Dexnos or Google Places, and I hope you're on Google Places. I think you are, to rate your company and make sure that you get people to do it. It's also important to listen to the internet and discover anywhere someone mentions your company. If they post negative information of any kind, it's important to pick it up so you know it's there and reply immediately to nip trouble in the bud. If there's a negative review, you need to answer that review immediately so that anyone who sees that negative review realizes that you're watching, that you care about your patients, and you're ready to fix whatever the problem is. Localized SEO, this is just an example of what you can put on a Dexnos page. Create your entry, fill in all the information, and keep it current on all local directories. There's a lot of things to do here. When your info is added into Dexnos or other directories, it'll show up on Google searches, increasing your visibility. You want people to be able to go to Dexnos and say, what do you want? Chiropractor, where? Colorado Springs, and you want to come up there. You can also hook up your social networks on each local page. Add photos, introduction video, and a description of what you do. Okay, social networks. Having entries in social networks makes you show up on Google, especially YouTube and Blogspot, which they own. The day you put up a video, you will be found on Google's first page. When I searched for you, your Facebook and LinkedIn pages came up before your website. So you can see how they help you get hits on the web. Facebook, post every day. Make sure that all of your company info is filled in and kept current. Watch carefully so that when Facebook changes its layout or rules, that we stay up to date. I don't think that your company info is on Facebook right now. Create tabs with offers and information. Connect with other people and companies that have common needs and goals. This is an active thing. It takes hours to do this. Same with expand followers with active connecting. This is all up above and beyond posting. This is actually having an active Facebook presence. Answer all messages daily. If you get a message, answer it. Balance the post with 80% education and fun and 20% advertising. This seems to be the best. Use Facebook Insights to know what kind of posts get the most hits and when the best time to post is, so you can tweak your posts to be the very best. Using Facebook tabs. You have one tab that says book an appointment on your Facebook page, but it doesn't function. So you should add functionality or delete it. You can add more tabs with special offers and information you want to stress. Twitter. There's more to Twitter than the tweets. You want quality connections. You want to find them and maintain them. You want to clean out your spam and porn. You want to write messages and answer messages to connect to people. You need to follow and unfollow. Should be done weekly. I use Tweepy for that. And that way you increase your number of followers, although you have good followers on Twitter and Facebook. Tweet 5 to 10 times a day at optimal times. I add a new tweet every day, and then I retweet the last 5 days. And that way you have 5 new posts a day, and people are actually seeing what you've done that week. Right now, your tweets seem to be copies of Facebook posts. These are too long and do not get good hits. Write the tweets for Twitter specifically. A Facebook post can be any length it wants to be, but Twitter is only 140 characters, so you're not going to see the whole tweet. Follow others who could become clients or recommend us to clients. Make your Twitter profile easy to find. I could not find your account by searching for it. More about Twitter. Again, tweet 5 to 10 times a day at optimal times, because people only see tweets when they're on Twitter, so you want to catch them at optimal times. Right now, your tweets are copies of Facebook posts, blah, 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 blah. Write the tweets for Twitter specifically. If you can see, I put one of your tweets in here, and you can see if it's coming from Facebook, how it's just cut off, and you can't see anything, and then there's a link. Follow other people who could become clients. I do this with Tweepy. Make Twitter profile easy to find. I couldn't find yours. I had a really hard time since the Twitter icon on your site went to Madwire, and you have a different name on Twitter than your domain name. It should be the same as your domain name. This makes branding consistent across platforms. Get Twitter notifications and their weekly reviews of what tweets were the most popular. Post according to this, scheduling well-received tweets at the most opportune times. Your Twitter artwork is missing, so that needs to be added. YouTube. It's important to make sure your usernames are the same, same across all social networks. I couldn't find you easily. I put in Dr. John Erickson, Chiropractic, Colorado Springs, and did not find you. That's not a good thing. You have to use keywords. They offer you keywords on every video, and you have to take the extra time to do that. Also, name the videos with important keywords. Your YouTube artwork is missing, and your company info is not there. Using YouTube. The content of your videos is great, and you're a good speaker. This is the most important part, and you've done it well, is getting that information across. But the videos themselves are unappealing. The colors are drab, and the aspect ratio is off, causing your face to be stretched on the screen. I would re-upload the video with the correct aspect ratio. If you still have the raw video, those can just be re-uploaded, and they'll look right. I would also recommend setting up your introductory video. That's when people come to YouTube and they come to your account. The first thing you should have is a Meet Dr. Erickson video. And when they click on it, you tell them who you are, briefly who you are and what your practice does in about 30 seconds. Also create playlists by subject to use on your website. So on your fibromyalgia page, you can have your playlist of every video that mentions fibromyalgia. So when they play, they'll get the whole list of videos. Okay, summary of the social network stuff. Get your listings on all of the localized directories. Use the same name on all social networks so they're easy to find, and document on things like business cards. Because you can say, and visit us on social networks as Well in Colorado, just like the domain wellincolorado.com. I looked and it's only it's supposed to be $2.99 a year on GoDaddy. Just an example, it would be good if you have a domain with the same name. At $2.99 a year, you can't beat it. Create artwork on all your social networks that looks just like your website so the branding is consistent. Fix the aspect ratio on your videos. Shoot some new ones so Google likes that. Or if you post them again as new, then they'll be on Google again. Post and maintain on all social networks. I'd also recommend Pinterest. Add a Google blog and possibly advertise on Craigslist. And listen to and answer all messages on all social networks daily. Now let's look at your costs, because that's probably what you're thinking about. These are standard costs for a website. Hosting, domain registration, your website platform, website updates this is labor. Okay, so it's not a thing. Hosting, domain registration, website platforms, those three are a thing. The others are labor. Website updates, including SEO monitoring, Google Analytics, one blog per week, and subdomain creation, domain creation, all that stuff. Anything you need for your website is what I do for website updates. Social media management is managing every social network you got out there. Then you might want to also try Google, Bing, Facebook, and Craigslist ads after your website is up to snuff. Cost of hosting. Madwire is currently hosting your site. I don't know what you're being charged for that. To compare, HostGator charges about $6 a month, and that gives you all of the subdomains you want, an infinite number, and all the email addresses you want, an infinite number there as well. You can also put add-on domains there. We completely control it, and there's just so much you can do. And as my client, I can get you good discounts on the hosting. Cost of domain registration. You're using Bluehost to register your domain. It should be a small cost of about $10 a year. I spelled your website wrong. Sorry. myhawk.com was registered in 2001 and expires of December of this year. A service I provide is to buy good domains for you, keep them all in one place, create their landing pages, and make sure they point to the right place and stay current. I also provide a company text sheet that records all of the company's URLs, login names, and passwords. So if I get hit by a bus, everybody has that information. Cost of the platform. First, what is a platform? The platform is what codes and displays your site. I use WordPress. Right now you're using Chiropractic 360, and I really don't know much about it. WordPress is free, and it's updated all the time. It stays current. It's an awesome platform. That means you don't have to pay any monthly fee to display your site on the web. However, I do work on other platforms for updating blogging and monitoring SEO. Currently, you're using Chiropractic 360, which is run by Madwire. I looked at their site but had trouble getting through all the buzzwords. It seems, though, that they offer ads and analytics. Until I know more about what they offer, charge, and what you get from them that you like, I won't know how they rate as far as charging. We can talk more about that later. I also use Google Analytics and Webmaster Tools to streamline the website and keep track of all the traffic. I send a complete report to you once a month. Social media management. It's a key part to promoting yourself on the web. Daily updates on Facebook and Twitter and weekly creations on Pinterest are some of the services I provide. I will also create all of the graphics for your social networks, answer all messages, and monitor insights. I will get the info from your blog, from you, the info for your blog, from you, from other postings on the web, and from any materials you can feed me. I'll also make sure that you are on the local directories like Dex knows. I'll create Google alerts to listen to the web about anything associated with your company so we can act immediately to anything negative. My package includes domain and subdomain creation and direction. This is an important step to being found on Google. I also will make and edit videos for you on any subject you want, post them, and use them on the web accordingly. I use Final Cut Pro and Photoshop for graphics work. So the cost summary, ta-da! Hosting is about $72 a year. Domain registration is $10 a year for each domain. And then I charge for all of my services, I charge $300 a month. So I will do all the website stuff and the social media stuff for $300 a month. That gives you 30 hours per month on that I will do for your web stuff at $10 an hour. For the extensive services I provide, you won't find the skilled work I provide for any less than that. After that, I up the price to $25 an hour unless we work something else out. This will be done only in agreement beforehand. I have not had a client leave me once they hire me. I can send you client names as references. Basically, I'm your go-to girl. So anything that you want, you can get. And you don't have to hire someone else or worry about the cost. Once you're my client at $300 a month, you can ask for whatever you want. I don't usually go over 30 hours, even if I'm making videos and stuff. You are welcome to use all the ideas presented in this video for you free of charge, whether you hire us or not. This is for you. It's a gift. And you can show it to anybody else that you hire or that you use, and let me know. Again, I don't understand exactly what Chiropractic 360 and Madwire do for you, so I can't really compare my prices to them. And I don't really go out and do, competition on pricing and stuff. I do competition on service. You're going to like my service. And we love referrals, just to tell you. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it and it wasn't too long-winded. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.